If your English teacher is writing expand on this in your essays, this video is for you. I'm Shalane from TSE Tuition, and before I go on, let me plug our social media channels. Make sure you like and subscribe to all of them so that you get notified when we next upload something. And if you're a parent or a tutor looking for some support to help your English student, check out our mailing list. It is designed for non-English teachers like yourself who are supporting an English student. Check out our shop for our vocabulary packs aimed at junior, middle, and senior high school students. And if you are looking for one-to-one English tutoring, please contact us and let's have a chat about how our tutors can support you in your English journey. So let's talk about that comment, expand on this. Many students, when they see that comment on their essay, it feels like I've already said all the things that I can think of on the page and I don't know what else I could possibly talk about here because I've already said all of the things. And that is totally valid. And it is very frustrating when that happens, particularly when the teacher's not very forthcoming with the comments. And I'm not blaming teachers here. Teachers are very short on time and it is crazy hard to mark so many essays all of the time. But let me break down for you what your teacher means when they say, expand on this or explain more. When your teacher writes that, it is helpful to ask yourself, instead of what more could I say, right? Because that's not a very helpful question. You've already said all the things. What we could ask ourselves is, what did I mean by this? Now, I think that question, what did I mean by this, is a much more helpful question because it gets you to think about particular words in your sentence. So if your sentence was something about Macbeth being very ambitious and a little bit weak against his wife, for example, so that's the sentence we're working with. What did you mean that he's very ambitious? Ambitious in what way? Because you could be ambitious in multiple ways, right? You could be ambitious in terms of wanting to be king. You could be ambitious in terms of wanting to be the strongest man in the country, ambitious in terms of winning a tournament, ambitious as in being the dominant one in the relationship. There are lots of ways of being ambitious. So when you said that Macbeth is too ambitious, what are we talking about? Right? And also the word too ambitious, right? Because the too suggests that ambitious is kind of okay until you reach a tipping point and then past that, not okay anymore. So let's talk about it. At what point does it become too ambitious and at what point is it okay to have that kind of ambition? So if we ask that question of ourselves, of our previous sentence, it lets you do actually a little bit more analysis than you would otherwise be capable of. So if you have written a practice thing and that's a comment from your teacher, ask yourself, what did I mean by that? And then insert another sentence in there to explain, what did you mean by that? If you are writing practice essays on your own and your teacher has, given this comment that you need to analyze more, what you can do is you can write your evidence sentence. Now, I am assuming that you are using Teal, so you write your evidence sentence and then you explain that. And then before you move on, ask yourself again, what did I mean by that? And then write another sentence. In a proper Teal paragraph, we really want there to be more explanation than there is evidence. Explanation is where you analyze, and surprise, surprise, you get marks for analyzing. You don't get marks for summarizing, which is presenting evidence. So make sure there is more mass in that section. So if you were to highlight your body paragraph, say green for evidence and yellow for explanation, we should be able to look at that paragraph and see that there is way more yellow than there is green. Make sure that the analysis is what forms the bulk of your paragraph rather than presenting evidence. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you really try asking yourself that question and I'd love to know if it works for you in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.